Hello, this is the Wacky Musician, and the question is it a flute? Is it a recorder? What is it? And the answer is, does it really matter? What we really want to do is show you how to make it. And what it is not a recorder or a flute, though it is a type of flute. It is the paperaphone, also known as the paper flute. The debate, is it a flute, is it a recorder? A lot of people say it's a recorder. A recorder is a flute. A recorder is a type of flute. So the arguments, it doesn't matter. Recorder is in the flute family. It's a Paper Flute. That name has the word flute in it. It also used to be known as a sweet flute, flute de dolce, and I'm rambling. Let's get started. Alright, so what you are going to need to build your paper flute or a paperaphone is scissors, Scotch tape or some sort of tape, and I'm also using, this is an ice pick. That is not something you have to have. It's nice for poking holes, but you can use scissors to poke holes as well. Alright, and of course paper. Thicker paper is better. 20-pound printer paper is okay, but it's best to layer a couple sheets. I'm using cardstock, much heavier paper. And let's get started. So take one sheet of cardstock or maybe 2 or 3 sheets of printer paper. And if you have the multiple sheets, make sure they're all together. Shake them. Shake is not the right word, but tap them to get them all together. And then we're going to take the short side and we're going to bend it over and roll the short side all the way until we have a tube. Make sure your tube is straight. That's what I'm doing, tapping the sides to straighten it in. Nice circle, not too big, not too small, a little bigger than a quarter, probably about the size of the old 50-cent piece in America that we don't see very often anymore. And then we're going to take our tape, one tape here, that's the end, one tape on the other end, and one tape in the middle. Here we go, one tape. That could be a series, right? One tape, like one piece. And one tape. And then one tape in the middle. That one got, there we go. Alright, so now we have our tube all taped and ready. That's it. No, I'm kidding, that's not it. That is not what we're doing. Alright, so to make a flute, we need to make some cuts. This is the most critical part of your construction. You want to look in the tube, find where that loose piece is, and you want to make your cut opposite that, away from that, so that is not near it. So I'm going to cut here, my loose piece is down here. We're going to go in maybe about 1/2 inch. Sorry, I do English, American, not metric, but roughly 1/2 inch. Doesn't have to be exact. We're going to put a line. We're going to cut. And hopefully you can see that. Now it looks like it's happy. And then about maybe 1/4 inch from there, we're going to put another cut. Just like it. So now we have 2 cuts. It's like it has a double mouth. I'm going to flatten it back out. Get my scissors into the... Easier said than done. These are not the best scissors, so I left my good knife. So I'm in the cut. I'm going to get, so you can see I'm going to cut between the 2 cuts. That's a lot of the word cut. So that I now have a flap here. And then I'm going to cut here to take that flap off. Now I have trash. I will set it aside. Alright, so now it looks like this. I'm going to just flatten those a little. Kind of reshape it. And take a piece of your tape. Really, it's my tape. And I'm going to stick right here. So you can see right in front of the hole on the long side. And I'm going to push it into the hole. You can use your scissors to push it around. You then get your finger in, make it flat like that. Alright. Now, make sure your flute's still roundish. Take your scissors again, careful, don't cut yourself. Not recommended. And we've got to get in between these layers here. There's layers of paper here. We need at least 2 layers going down if we can. With the cardstock, I don't have that many layers, but if you have lots of layers, try to get at least 2. With the cardstock, probably just 1. And then we want to get it, I'm showing on the outside, we want to get it centered with that hole, but on the inside. Sometimes it works well, sometimes it doesn't cooperate. And we're going to bend that down. This one's not cooperating. Try to get it good. We want to bend it straight down and push it so that you end up with this. Basically, that one may be a little tight, making a channel going up to the hole. Make sure this one's not quite all the way there. Make sure it actually makes it to the hole. And then you want to unbend this part so it's round again, but keep that bent. So it should look like that. So that's the main construction of the mouthpiece. Now, it doesn't always work the first time. This is just the basic design to get it started. That one works just fine. Some of that's because it's cardstock. You may have more trouble if you're not using cardstock. But if you don't get a sound, bend it around, adjust things, see if you can find the right position for the sound to happen. The air's got to come through the tube and hit right here, just at the right position for it to work. Now, let's put a hole in it. So you can use your scissors. It tends not to be as clean. These scissors don't have a very sharp point. I'm going to use this ice pick. Has a nice sharp point. Makes a nice round hole. So there's my mouthpiece. Now typically in a flute or recorder your holes are in line with your blowhole, right? For the paper flute or the paperaphone, that doesn't work as well. It tends to mess up the sound. So we're going to go on the side. I'm going to go maybe halfway down here, and I'm going to twist the hole into here. Make sure it gets through all the layers of paper. So you don't have to use an ice pick, but it does make nice clean holes. Scissors tend to be a little sloppier in their hole creation. Then after we have our hole, there's our hole. See if it still works. Sometimes after you put your hole, you lose your sound, then you got to bend it, try to find it again. I cover the hole. Yeah, mine's still working, but it's not working as strongly as it was. So just as a couple bends, make some adjustments. That's the basic design. That's what we made. We, being me, what we made in the original Make and Play a Paper Flute video. We're going to add a little to this today, make it a little different from the original, though this is kind of in a way a remake of the original. You also, you could add more holes to it. You just have to be very careful. The more holes you add, the more opportunity there is for your sound to stop working because it gets messed up. So, but keep those holes on the side. I'm just going with one because we're going to add another tube. So let's take another sheet. This is also cardstock. If you're using regular paper, you might take a couple sheets again. We're going to roll this one. Short end again we're rolling, but we're going to roll it over the flute. I'm leaving the mouthpiece sticking out here. Make sure the mouthpiece is the side that's sticking out and not the side that's in. Roll it. Make it straight. That was not very straight. Just tightening it a little using the inside seam. Alright, so now I've got that rolled around. I'm going to again take 3 pieces of tape. One at the top. Ta-da! One at the bottom. Ba-ba! And one in the middle, just like before. Ba-ba! Alright. Now, we're not done yet, but now we've got one of my other old videos, Make and Play a Paper Slide Whistle. See if it's... Oops, I came off. You want to try to be careful not to come off because it's hard to get it back on. Alright, got it back on. So you got to be careful not to come off. Now you'll find you may spend a lot of time having to rebend things, try to get things to line up right. I've spent a fair amount of time that probably cut out of the video, but be aware it, each step it tends to stop working, and then you got to adjust it. All right, so now you can use the tube here with the slide to tune it if you want a particular pitch. You can actually slide it and get it to different pitches that way. Once you have it where you want it, now if you want to do a slide whistle, you keep it loose like this. But we're going to make a longer flute here, and so now once we have it where we want it, I'm going to line up the seams just for aesthetics. Now we're going to put tape around that seam to seal it on. Big long piece of tape. Get it right in the middle, and we wrap it around. So just taped over that seam all the way to make it into one long flute, so it no longer slides. Still have a hole here. Now you also find as you play it, and I'm starting to experience this, that it starts to get soggy here, and at some point you're just going to have to stop playing and let it dry. You can try, and I have done that before with these, though it can be difficult to get it on there smoothly, is to put some tape on there to help keep it from getting wet. This is your Paperaphone, and hopefully you got yours to work. If not, practice makes better. Nobody's perfect, but it makes closer to perfect. And the key thing is to get things lined up right here. Make sure your hole's good. Make sure that channel for the air is good. Alright, that's all for today. This is the Wacky Musician signing out. Don't know why I did that.